A new couch?
New couch?
Yeah, it's...
That's the beginning of the episode.
New couch!
Whoa, tell me more about this new couch.
He's like, here's the new couch
It's a
episode
little
of
love-seat.
Alter Ego Podcast.
Woo! Hello, everybody! This is the episode about Megan's new couch!
None of that is accurate. Please don't listen to this maniac. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday for us, Monday for you. How you doing, Cyborg?
I'm doing great.
Ryan, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Megan?
I am great.
Let's talk about your couch.
Okay.
No, we're not doing that.
I liked how we had a 45-minute conversation sitting here.
Yeah.
And then right when we started talking about the couch, you hit go.
I know! It's because as soon as I start talking, he's like, no, I don't want to hear her talk.
Well, here's the thing.
She talks all the time.
Well, that's true.
He did hit record
I did.
when you were talking.
I did,
so.
yeah. So the whole thing about that is, if I don't hit record and hit the music, we'll go forever.
You know who I really think would like my couch?
What? Who?
Ford Supply.
Ford Supply.
Ford Supply, this episode is sponsored by... This episode of Alter Ego is sponsored by Ford Supply Company, makers of all natural and organic soaps for men with scents like tropical teakwood, citrus IPA, cypress pine, transient road scum, outlaw, and many more. Mm-hmm. Visit their website at fordsupply.com to order online and use promo code alter ego something to get 10% off.
.edu/org.
Ford Supply, real soap, no bullshit. That's the most important part anyway.
And I'm on a new mission.
Okay.
What's that?
I'm going to try to collect as many Anvil buttons as I can.
Do you get a button with every order?
I pretty much think I have so far.
It's a button and a sticker.
And I've got lots of stickers and lots of
He's
buttons.
going to show up with like 15 pieces of flair. It's going to be great.
I'm just going to wear it on a sash like a Boy Scout.
With 15 pieces of flair.
I messed up the last
Perfect.
one. Who wants to do Tony Anello's?
You know who else?
Tony Anello.
Wow.
Ryan.
You are ruining the cadence of this thing.
This whole thing is
Horribly.
off the rails.
Tony
right out
Anello's
of the
Southern
gate.
Italian Cuisine and Grill is a
tried
hidden
to take
gem
it.
that is family owned and operated on the outskirts of St. Petersburg at 1136 Pinellas Bayway South, Tierra Verde, Florida. This is a must-try for homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because their portions are very generous. Call for reservation today at 727-867-3577 and check out their website at TonyKnows.com.
That was actually pretty good.
And I'm hungry as hell.
Actually pretty good.
I don't want to put anybody down, but your segue game is weak.
Wow.
You know who also
Wow.
likes it? I get that from him.
You know who else?
My
thinks your
segue game is the
weak?
strongest.
You know who else thinks our Segway game sucks? Amazon.
Are they bringing your couch?
Yes,
Did you order a couch on Amazon?
I did.
Oh my god.
I know. Their return is so easy, though. So, I just figured, what the hell? If I
What do
don't
you
like
do?
it, I send it
You
back.
just put it back in the box?
I take it to the UPS store. The only thing I don't suggest buying on Amazon.com is mattresses because you can't return that shit once you open it.
My sister did that, and they just told her to keep it, and they
Yeah,
gave
you
her the
just
money
get to
back.
keep it and get the money back.
Well,
Yeah.
I love our mattress, and I got it on Amazon, too. It was super
No,
cheap.
you hate it, and you want your money back.
They're not our sponsor, and I don't want my money back.
They'll let you keep the mattress.
You guys are going to feel real silly when I talk about my first thing I've got going on here today.
Yeah, Jack's going to
I hope it's about Amazon. Let's get into the news, because this is already
It is
like,
kind of
crazy.
about Amazon, but
Uh-oh.
it's kind of not.
Is it
So
a bet?
this was posted by, see, some people are born with it, some people aren't. Posted by Emerald City Comics, which is our local comic book shop. And they retweeted or reposted Raven Bookstore. And I thought this was really important and something that was good to say. First and foremost, disclaimer, we here at Alter Ego don't care how you spend your money. Do what you want to do, live the way you want to live.
You
But
earned
I
it.
thought this was important. Today, a customer mentioned that she could get a new hardcover book online for $15. Our mission, Raven Bookstore, is not to shame anyone for their shopping practices, but we do feel a responsibility to educate about what it means when a new hardcover is available for $15 online. When we order direct from publishers, we get a wholesale discount of 46% off the cover price. The book in question had a cover price of $26.99, meaning our cost for that book from the publishers would be about $14.57. If we sold it for $15, we'd make 43 cents. It goes without saying, but we cannot operate making 43 cents per book sold. We have 10,000 books in stock. If we sold every one of them with a 43 cent markup, we'd make enough money to keep the store open for about 6 days. The biggest and cheapest online booksellers have lots of other revenue streams that are much more profitable than books, so they can stand to lose money on books. They also most likely get better discounts from publishers because they sell at a higher volume. Fair enough. But remember, what those giant online booksellers have no interest in doing is bringing your favorite authors to town so you can meet them and get them to sign your books, creating good jobs in your community, partnering with local organizations in your town to enrich the arts, feeding and taking care of store cats that you can take your pictures with and pet.
Holy smokes.
Creating a safe and comfortable space for you to spend an hour or two, working to support local authors where you live, hosting open mic nights, etc., so emerging artists can have a platform, paying taxes. Every time we tweet something like this, someone replies with something like, "Shut up and let me enjoy my cheap book." Fine, go nuts. We have no right to tell you what to do. We want this to be informative, not shaming. But we will say we feel a responsibility to use our platform to educate people about this stuff. If you're ever wondering why it seems like there are no bookstores anymore, or why retail businesses keep closing in your downtown, this is it. A cheap book still has a high cost.
In other words,
Amen.
in other words, shop local.
Yeah.
Wherever you
That's
live.
why I thought it was funny that we were having this
Yep.
conversation about buying couches on Amazon.
I was going to say, just whatever you do, buy your couch local
You
under
know
any
what?
circumstances.
My couch is going to show up, and I'm probably going to love it, but I might feel bad forever sitting on it. Thank you very much to my husband.
Yeah,
who
you're
just
welcome.
read that out loud.
This was in the
Cheap
yeah.
On my Amazon bot books
Enjoy
while
your
I
cheap
read them.
sits there.
Enjoy
Son
your
of
prime
a
couch.
bee.
I just it's important to think about it like that.
It really is. It
You know.
really is.
Comics
No,
is one of those things where I just have to buy locally. There's a lot of stuff I buy locally. I'm a sucker for Amazon,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of things where I think about it and I go, okay, I want this store in my town, so I need to patronize them.
Yeah. I agree with you. And the only time we have taken to the books is when we are in a scenario where we find a really nice series that we like. For instance, Saga. We found that, and we got, I'd
All
say,
of them from,
yeah, maybe all of them from Emerald City, but
Yep.
there were times where there's this hardcover version that they don't have in store. We can get it really quick. Bam. But for the most part, we patronize Emerald City. It's not one way or the other. I just thought that was an important message to look at it from the other side, especially at the tail end when they say, when you look around and say, man, why are there no mom and pops? Why aren't these little deal shops anymore? Well, I mean, these big guys are eating them alive.
So I work in our local downtown, and there's a particular place that has super great coffee, and I drove past it this morning, and it was completely boarded up and closed.
What place is closed?
Well, it's a Peepo's, but they have really good cappuccino coffee because
Yeah.
it's authentic Cubano coffee.
That's sad to hear. I love Peepo's.
Yeah, so the downtown Peepo's was closed, and I was like, wow.
Is there one still of Gandhi?
I don't know, honestly. I'm assuming so, because that one probably has a little bit more foot traffic than the one downtown. But it's like things like that happen, especially right now because of the whole COVID thing from the last year. So it's like definitely, do everything you can to keep those people afloat.
Yeah.
And now I feel bad that I bought a couch from Amazon. Thanks.
As you should.
Shame.
I know.
Let's,
You know what? I'm going to
Let's
sign
turn
off.
her mic off
All
here.
right, bye, guys.
Yep, there goes Megan. All right, so keeping with the spirit of this episode, as you've seen by the beautiful, beautiful clip art, we're talking about the Mortal Kombat movie. And it's kind of interesting because there was a poll, well, not really a poll, but kind of one of those, you know how they did Deadliest Warrior, where they would do the statistics of all the warriors and like, out of this many fights, this is who won.
Okay.
So they took every Mortal Kombat combatant in every game and had them fight. How many fights, you ask? I'll tell you. 37,831.
Who's they?
The people who
Gross.
run Mortal Kombat. I forget
Okay.
the name of their...
NetherRealm
is it
Studios.
NetherRealm Studios. Thank you. I knew it was something to do with the game itself.
Ed Boon.
Tobias. Yeah.
Noob Saibot.
So, yeah, that's right. Exactly. So, I have 1 through 5 who are the winners. And the winner had a 93% tick rate of victories.
Wow.
Yeah. So, we'll start at number 6.
Top 6.
So, we got 6. The reason I have 6 because I remember who 6 was. It's not on my list, but it's somebody you just mentioned, Noob Saibot.
Oh,
came in 6th.
wow, that's pretty high.
When he showed up in the all black ninja outfit with the black skin and the white eyes, I don't know who wasn't like, I want that guy.
Yeah.
Let me pick him. He was pretty amazing. Number 5. Your soul is mine.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung, baby. I love Shang Tsung.
Noise.
I really loved the most recent Mortal Kombat. The actor they chose to play him was the same guy from the original Mortal Kombat movie who played Shang Tsung. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Number 4 surprised me. I was surprised to see this guy this low on the list.
Sub-Zero.
Wow.
The icon.
Scorpion.
Kane.
Liu Kang.
Oh.
So wait, hold on a second. What are you doing right now?
Your mom. So, I'm reading the list of who the highest win percentage, who the best character in Mortal Kombat history was. You now see the list, so you can't say anything. Number 3, who do we think number 3 is? He was annoying as hell to play to me. Come on.
Annoying
He
to
was
play?
he was an original character. He's been in every iteration of Mortal Kombat.
Johnny Cage?
No. Not Johnny Cage. I'll let Ryan have a guess, and then I'll say who it is.
Can I guess after him?
No.
You can see the
Was he a
phrase.
playable character in every
Yes.
game?
Yes, he was.
Andy was in the movie. That's all the other hints.
Wow.
Kung Lao?
No. Good
see?
guess. Kung Lao was like 7 or 8. This was Raiden.
Raiden.
can't wait to talk about this movie.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, Raiden
Yeah.
wasn't that hard for me. I used to get annoyed with Goro.
So the guy who came in number 2 had a 92% tick rate of victories. So obviously he and the guy in number 1 didn't fight. And there's your hint. They're both guys.
Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero? What's your guess?
At 2?
What's that? Sub-Zero? Yeah.
That's also my guess.
I'll go Reptile.
You're incorrect. Reptile was not on the list.
Oh, really?
I don't know what happened to
Ryan,
Reptile. I love
can
him,
see the list.
but
No.
Sub-Zero was number 2.
2. I had a
Who's
feeling.
number 1, I wonder?
And I wonder who number 1 is.
Yeah. Do we want to guess?
Smoke.
Get over here.
Smoke? Why are you ruining the list?
Because it's obvious.
It's obviously
You're
Scorpion.
looking at it. You don't know that.
Come on. It's
Is it-
obvious.
Oh, who is Scorpion?
Get over here.
I'm not going to lie. Smoke used to be my guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I liked Cyrax a
I was
lot.
going to say, you seem like an Ermac guy.
No.
Sector.
Yeah, Sector, Cyrax. When those guys showed up, I was like, I like these dudes. This may come as a surprise to you. My favorite character in Mortal Kombat is Jax.
That
Really?
makes sense.
Yeah.
No.
I love Jax. He's my guy. If there was a second place, it would go to Scorpion.
I like
though.
Liu
So I thought
Kang.
that was cool.
I like Liu Kang.
I'll reveal mine later when we actually start talking about it.
All right,
There you
all right, all right. Mario Party. I did not know this, but they announced it like it was a big deal. Mario Party is now getting an online mode.
It's about time.
So you can go online and now play Mario Party.
I just assumed that was a thing already.
Me too.
No,
I was
it's not.
shocked to see that.
Okay.
So why is it so late to the party not to be, like, punished?
I get it.
Party.
Why is it so late to the party if, like, Pokemon Go has been
Because Nintendo
wait,
don't do
Pokemon
shit
what?
unless you make them.
I can't speak today. I'm
This day.
Sword and Shield.
So that's a matchmaking game that they've been able to have.
That's what I'm
interactions
saying.
with.
I don't
That's
understand
part
why
of the,
it's so-
part of the core system. Mario Party, I think, was just designed to literally be a party game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have people over at your house, and then they finally were like, "Oh, we know a lot of people play this."
Yeah.
So-
Nintendo rarely goes back and changes things because of
Yeah,
Which is the one where you knock each other off of stuff?
Super Smash.
Okay.
yeah, I love Super Smash.
And it's funny because I've never bought Mario Party because it's just me and my wife, and I'm like, I'm not just going to sit here and play this with you.
I played it the other day with the kids.
I play with other people. I don't own it myself.
Yeah,
Can
Yeah, see, if I had a
Smash be
group of
played?
people, I do that.
Can Smash be played online?
Yeah.
With other people? I have
Yeah,
some friends who want to come over and play with you.
there are some.
They don't have to
really
come over. You can play online.
Social distancing, whatevs. No! I like to hang out with my friends, okay?
Oh, and you got to talk shit in Smash. You got to play Smash in person.
Yeah,
so
Right.
you
you
can.
have to.
Ugh.
Okay,
It's like playing Mario Kart alone. That's dumb. Like
so
online?
Oh.
Who does that?
anybody who wants to play online,
Yep.
I guess.
I pity you.
Last of Us 3. So Last of Us 2 was controversial. I didn't understand why this was news, but okay. Last of Us 3 has a plot, but it's not even in development. So who cares?
Somebody scribbled on a napkin somewhere.
Somebody's like, hey, we got a plot for that. Oh, cool. When are you starting? We're not.
Harry Potter was scribbled on a napkin before it was a thing, so,
There you go.
Well, I was actually
be
just listening to a
things.
podcast about video games on the way here, and they were talking about Last of Us.
Yeah.
Didn't know there was going to be a third one.
Yeah. The
were saying
second
that
one
there
was
wasn't.
Neither did the developers.
highly scrutinized.
Yeah, well, they were saying that just let the story be because it was kind of ambiguous. You kind of pick how you wanted it to end, and that the new TV show, I guess they have for Max, HBO Max, is what they were talking about more so than the game. But
So the new TV show for Last of Us, we have news about that coming up.
Obviously, they're going to release a game when they release a show, because that's just how
I
they do
doubt
things.
it.
You really?
Yeah, that's what they were saying because the way it was wrapped up, even they were saying like it's kind of done. Like just
So
let it
is
be.
Last of Us done,
Prequel.
or because I'm wondering, is the Last of Us going to be called the Last of Us?
No.
Somebody's full of shit today.
Oh! I love it.
You know, I probably should have stepped out when I said I was.
Was so happy when she had the time. She's like, I'm getting this joke out
Yeah.
no matter what.
I thought about it the whole time he was talking. I was like, just gotta wait for the break.
There you go.
As soon as somebody takes a breath, I'm jumping in.
That was, yes. That's,
All right,
well,
I'm done. I'm done until Mortal Kombat.
We'll see about that.
we will see about that.
Just turn my mic off. I'll yell if I have
highly
anything to
doubt
say.
she's going to be done because there's a lot of good stuff today. A leaked document about EA saying that they're pushing loot boxes in FIFA.
EA pushing loot boxes.
Has come out and denied this.
Hold on.
Oh, sure you did.
Hold on. Why is this even news?
Yeah.
Everybody knows EA are crooks.
They do. They are total crooks. And they do the pay to win all the time. So especially like FIFA, which, I mean, we're here in Los Estados Unidos, but let's not act like soccer or football is not the biggest sport in the world.
It is.
So FIFA Ultimate Team and all that other stuff
That's where it's at.
Is where it's at. Like, that's where all these loot boxes have to be coming in. And EA going, no, we're not doing that. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's in your mission statement to put loot
right?
boxes in all your games.
Which is why loot boxes all over the world are starting to get looked at by federal governments.
yeah, like this is
And
ridiculous.
saying, no, you're earning way too much money off of this. And this is kind of like, I work at a bank. I can't tell you how many times somebody has come in and said, my child has got a hold of my credit card and started buying all this stuff on Xbox. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous. So EA,
Ground him, steal his things, and
Or-
lock him in his room.
Be that adult that puts a password on your fucking Xbox so your kids can't do it.
amen, Reverend.
I'm a grown ass man and I have one on mine just in
Or-
case I hit a button.
Because
Or-
he needs to be extra sure he wants it.
Exactly.
I don't have any kids. And I got 3 passwords on everything.
Exactly.
Well, honestly, too. And I have a friend who has her son comes over. He'll pick up the controller. Once he got me live for another year for some reason by mistake. So ever since then, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, don't touch that. Anyway, moving on. There is apparently, and I don't know how I feel about this, a Mandalorian game in development.
I'm okay with that.
Why?
Now, why is there a game in development? And that's what I want to know. Not why is it in development, because obviously it's a wildly popular show and franchise, but what is going to be the heart of the game? Are you Mando the bounty hunter? Are they strictly following the Mandalorian story?
Yeah. Well, okay. Pre-Mandalorian, there was a Boba Fett game in development. It's about halfway through development. And they pulled the plug on it. It was, you would go on missions, you achieve goals, blah, blah, blah. You get your bounty. So on and so
Upgrade your
forth.
stuff.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's cool. And I've seen game demos of it. It looks great. So if they're just going to pick up where that left off and use the notoriety that Mandalorian brought in,
If they take my
Keep it going.
If they take my Predator idea, Mark, I will write a sternly worded letter.
it'll be an email, but okay.
It will no. I will put quill to paper and put it in the claws of a raven to fly.
Where is
straight.
my dipping ink?
Yes. Honey! That's all I'll just say from the mezzanines.
Ink and sandwich! Where is my scroll?
Don't forget your wax
Anyway.
candle to seal it.
Yeah, my seal is just a middle finger. I say, fuck you, sir. Okay. On to TV and movies, right? Segway King. Speaking of Last of Us, here we are. It was the first thing. Put it there for a reason. The Last of Us movie, or maybe HBO TV show, has been canceled.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Damn.
For good reasons.
What happened?
Because they were focusing mainly on the action. It was meant to be kind of like an action story. And I'm like, have you played Last of Us?
I have not.
I'll tell you this. That's
Sorry,
the
Rob.
first game that I ever sat and started playing. And this one actively started watching me play it because of how good the story was.
It's a very cinematic game.
It's very cinematic.
It was like, yeah, it really was. It was like watching a movie, for sure.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
It's also so hyper, well, not real, because obviously there's zombies and creatures out there.
Oh,
But
it's
to me,
real.
it seems real because, like, if you're walking and you, like, bump into a car, it makes a noise like as if your arm bumps into a car, and things around you hear you. And it was kind of like, holy crap, this is really sensitive, the way that these things are. And it made you play very hyped when you're playing. And it's not one of those where every single time you turned a corner, there's a big box full of ammo for you to refill
Yes.
everything. So you had to play smart too.
And it was rather scenic as well, if I
Very.
remember correctly, because it's
Yeah.
very algaed and things like that in some areas.
The
like,
world's very overgrown, but they
but I mean, it
develop
makes sense with the story that it's very, it's been overgrown because people haven't been living there or they haven't been normally living there. So I mean, it was good. I liked it.
That made sense that it got canceled because of that. Because if it's that kind of game and they just
You don't
think of like a
really
Dawn of the
need-
Dead
yeah.
style shotgun to the head zombie game,
Yeah, somebody-
zombie show.
Somebody
the
very
game
smartly-
itself is like a movie, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, you're just reiterating it for the Netflix world, or
Well, so whoever was helming that clearly didn't have a good vision. They just saw this huge property, which is Last of Us, and said, oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make some money off of this. And thank goodness somebody stepped in.
Some old man in a boardroom just went, The Walking Dead made a lot of money. Let's just do
Let's
that.
do that with
Well-
this.
yeah,
Actually, it was a guy who, I can't remember what he makes movies, TV shows or something, and that's what he wanted. Oh, the guy from, what's it called? Fuck.
You're giving us a lot of clues here.
zero, none.
I have it on the tip of my
A
tongue,
man
and I
who makes
can't get it
movies.
out.
Steven Spielberg.
No,
John
That
Favreau.
guy,
no, not Favreau. He's
some guy that makes movies.
John Wayne.
Gacy.
pretty sure he's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Anywho, I can't remember now, but
Some guy.
he
A man at some point did a thing.
well, no, he did something in whatever it was. Oh, he's the guy who did Chernobyl.
Oh.
Okay, so
Whoever
None of
that
us
is,
know.
sign me up because I love Chernobyl.
exactly, and so well, I guess he got. They asked him what he wanted to do next, and apparently he was like, "The Last of Us," because he plays video games. He has a podcast too, apparently. And then from there,
He's a big fan of the show.
yeah, Neil Druckmann, I guess, the guy who did The Last of Us, is actually working with him on it.
That must be, hopefully that's
And I'm
another
sorry,
project.
I can't remember the guy's name.
Hopefully that's another project.
Did anybody watch Chernobyl?
No.
No,
Oh, it's a masterpiece.
my wife did,
oh,
but I didn't.
it's wonderful. I loved
Really?
it. I watched it twice. It's
Nice.
wonderful.
Nice. Okay. Well, so here's a Disney movie trailer that got released today that looked very interesting.
Kind of
I
cute.
watched it
Animated.
on with no audio, but I was still like, that.
Where
looks
is that
interesting.
coming from?
Guess that
Somebody's
came
phone's
from me.
attached.
Yeah.
Your phone's on loud.
Yeah,
That's why.
I know. Oh, is it really?
Yes,
Anyway,
it's so loud.
actually, no. I'm just Bluetooth to the
I was
road.
Bluetooth to it.
So I got an email, and you all got to hear it. Golly, now I lost what I was saying. That's not me.
It's not me.
You just
Nobody
got-
texts me ever.
Okay. Anyway, all right, moving on. Luca, the movie trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That is what came out, and it looks very interesting. It's like fish people that.
Okay,
oh my God,
what the heck
what
is going on?
going
His
on?
phone is Bluetooth to the road, and he's getting text messages.
He's getting to. Okay, so clearly we had some technical difficulties, and I can speak words, but we're back. Jeez Louise. Okay, Luca, movie trailer. Disney exclusive. Coming out June 18th. Looks cute. Watch it with your family. Okay.
It says fish.
This is how we're going to do the news from now on. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, so
Yeah,
It's kinda cute.
well, it's on Alter Ego's social media. You should look.
maybe I'll like it.
Like, love, comment.
There's
Share.
Maybe I'll follow you guys.
John Wick prequel series coming out called The Continental, focused around the hotel.
I am very interested in that
I looked right at you when I said it because I knew you would be.
because that's one of the things about John Wick I've always kind of wanted to know.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I love that TV series so much. I mean, the movie so much, just because you get so much detail and understanding from him just walking around, like that this is a world that already exists. And I was like, I want to know more about these other hitmen that just hang out at this hotel.
Yeah,
So I'm
me too.
very hyped about
And
this.
I want to know who they incorporate in that whole thing, right?
Yes.
Like, who is it that
And
they're
how-
going to focus on?
And how the guy come about being the not the concierge, but the guy who oversees the hotel, the manager.
Yeah, and he's the one that they're putting on the tag. I forget his name. Ian McShane, I think it is.
Yep.
That sounds right.
Yeah, he's really good.
I mean, I love John Wick movies, so I'm excited about this, but also I know that the original creator is Dawn.
Yeah,
So let's see what happens.
yeah. I'm interested to see that as well. I hope they start getting some recurring characters. The one thing I don't like, or really, I don't know, I don't want it to be one of these things where the show gets so huge that, like, in this episode, the Continental gets completely leveled and destroyed, and like where everybody like, okay, obviously there's shady things going on here.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we're gonna rebuild it. Now we've got,
What is this, a show or a movie?
it's a show.
Oh,
Yeah,
I missed that part.
should be very interessante. Speaking of shows, there's one that started production and is going to be starting in 2022, and that is a Game of Thrones prequel.
I saw that.
I think it's going to be centered around the Targaryens, as they are kind of the big family
Yeah.
before the whole Game of Thrones events happen.
House of Dragoons.
Were we the ones that posted the actor release on that? I can't remember the guy's name, but he plays in The Crown as well on the Netflix.
I did not post anything regarding casting to that.
He plays, King Consort Philip.
Anybody?
I can't remember his name, but he's very good. I liked him in that show, and he was just released as being a cast of the.
I did see some
Targaryen
casting on there,
family.
but I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize anybody, so I kept a scrolling.
Yeah, I
Well, my-
recognized him. He's good.
My fiance was like, too bad Daenerys can't come back. And I said, she can come back. Just make her, her own great-grandmother or
She's
something.
reincarnate. Yeah.
Well, no, like she just looks like her grandmother.
No, that's
It's
what I
fine.
mean. Like that Daenerys is her reincarnate and looks just like her. I don't know,
Yeah.
something like that. How about anybody watched Invincible, the cartoon?
No, but I want to. It's on the list.
Put it up on the list.
Yeah,
Higher
yeah,
on the
yeah.
list?
Higher on the list.
I don't know. Peacock
You?
just released
No.
a super fan edition of
Make
The
it through
Office.
the first episode, and you'll be like, okay, I'm going to watch this
I've
the
heard
rest of
lots
the day.
of very good
I don't even know
things.
what it's about.
Just watch it. Just trust us on that.
It's an Image comic.
It's
I
kind of like
don't know.
kind of like the DC animated movies. If it was about the boys, put those two together, and that's what Invincible is.
Yeah, it's cool because I still haven't finished The Boys.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, boy.
Ewan McGregor.
boys.
Ewan McGregor comes out talking about Obi-Wan,
Oh, yeah?
saying that it is going to, quote, feel so much more real. And at first I'm like, don't know what you mean by that. But then I was like, you know what? When he says that, I think of The Mandalorian. I think of Rogue One and all those other things. I mean, those I think are a little bit more grounded in reality, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's some more real consequences to that.
How much sand is going to be in the movies?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Does it all take place on Tatooine? I doubt that. Because the Star Wars universe is so big. But
I mean, I kind of like it if they did. If they were just like,
Tatooine-
this is our little corner of the universe.
I was also going to say, but Tatooine's an entire planet. How many shows take place on Earth that only take place on Earth that are really interesting?
At least 6.
Interesting. And there's another movie a movie that released recently that was an anime that I haven't seen. It's called Demon Slayer,
You
and
lost
it
me in
is
anime.
the #1 foreign release of all time.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's an anime that I don't think is in English.
I hear it's good.
It raked in $21 million its first weekend.
Jesus.
Yeah. Big deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to see it. It sounds good. It got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus.
Not that I trust Rotten Tomatoes implicitly, but that's hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think that now Mark Hoffmeyer can help me out. Sometimes I think that they're like trying to be woke and be like, oh yeah, this movie's great. So they automatically just say, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's 100.
Rotten
Great.
Tomatoes is owned by Warner Brothers, so we just can't trust anything.
Is Demon Slayer an
True
actual
story.
just a movie, or is it a?
It's after a series. It's a movie from an anime series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the fans apparently came out in droves to see it.
Good. Support what you like.
Yeah. April 28th, recently passed, International Superhero Day.
Nobody told me.
Yeah. I mean, your favorite superhero, Spider-Man, Hulk.
Thor.
We don't even need to ask you.
Ah.
And I
Yeah,
gotta
well, you already
say,
know.
Eddie Brock is starting to really climb my list.
He's not a superhero.
Venom is a superhero. He's a lethal protector. Okay? Anyway. DC announced DC Fandome coming back October 16th.
Again?
Gonna be what do we think we're gonna see at Fandome this year?
Black Adam trailer?
Black Adam. Do we see another Batman trailer?
Yeah.
Do we see a Flash trailer?
Oh, absolutely.
Does Flash trailer feature Michael Keaton?
No.
Maybe a little sting at the end?
Maybe.
Like a half second?
Yeah. Like
Hey, what are you doing here? And then just show Michael Keaton.
Yeah. Hey, what?
In a turtleneck.
I like how that's Batman's voice. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you're real fast. Hey, Batman. Okay, Batman.
No, that wasn't Batman's voice. That was the Flash's voice.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Hey, Batman, you're a bat. Anyway,
Fast.
MCU news. There's a MODOK series coming to Hulu.
I saw that.
It looks like Robot Chicken.
It's made by Robot Chicken.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Does it? Is it really?
I'm pretty sure
I was
it is.
saying that
I'm
to be
99%
funny.
sure it is.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So is it going to be following AIM? and
It's Patton Oswalt as MODOK.
oh my gosh.
Is that a joke?
No.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's a perfect casting.
He's a MODOK. If he's going to be anybody in Marvel, he's a MODOK.
Wow.
I love MODOK. He's so stupid. I love it.
And I just love hearing him talk. I can't take him seriously when he talks. So Patton Oswalt, perfect. I love him. He's very funny. So
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to look up my facts to make sure I'm correct.
Okay. There is also a Silk TV series being put into production. Being put into production in August to be on Amazon Prime. It's a live action Silk movie or show rather, and I think it's trying to fit into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It looks good. The artwork that we posted for that on Instagram, don't know where we stole it from, but it looks really good. Check it out.
Commandeered, bro. Commandeered.
Here's a bit of news that made me laugh a lot. It was really, really stinking funny to me. Mads Mikkelsen. Anybody you guys know
Mads
who that
Mikkelsen?
is? Mikkelsen?
Yes.
Says he felt humiliated when he auditioned for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I saw the headline for this, and I wasn't sure. Hold on, real quick. Yes, it is by Stupid Monkey Studios, which is
Nice.
the creators of Robot Chicken.
Yes, it is.
So tell me about Mads Mikkelsen and why he felt embarrassed.
He felt embarrassed when he was in there trying to act like his arm was moving 80 feet away from him as Mr. Fantastic.
Shame on you, Mads.
He walked off the audition because he was humiliated and embarrassed. Mads, did you not know what you were auditioning for? That's literally what the character does.
He came in thinking he was going to be Dr. Doom, and he's
Sure.
like, I can't be stretchy arm, man.
He's brilliant, but he was like, oh no, sorry, I can't make the silly arm movements.
Oh, make him Dr. Doom.
There you go. I mean, listen, he could do that for sure. But yeah, anyway, I just thought that was really funny that he said he was humiliated by that. I was like, come on, man. Come on. Like, that's like somebody coming in and saying like Angelina Jolie, I came in for the audition for Squirrel Girl and they started putting this gigantic squirrel's tail on me. I was humiliated. Why?
Angelina Jolie would probably be slightly turned on.
You might be right. I don't know how she gets down. But we'll find out how she gets down after this break. After this message from our sponsors.
We probably won't know.
No, we won't know, and Angelina won't return our email messages.
But I got a friend who...
Oh, my God.
Not her, but a guy I know. Him and her got it on. Woo-wee! Little throwback anyway.
But still, there's
we
commercials
like to have
coming
fun.
up.
But there's commercials coming up, and you're going to hate it, but you're doing us a solid by listening to them. We love you. You're entitled to one free hug from Ryan if you listen to all the ads. Redeemable only in person. No
skip.
e-hugs. Don't get weird. Ryan has an OnlyFans. No, you can't have the password. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll be back.
Shit, I'll give him the username.
There you go.
I need that money.
Give him the username. He wants to make that money. We are back for real this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real, not for play.
For real. We're back.
So how are we doing on countdown to couch time?
Countdown to
I don't
couch
know.
time?
It says
What
sometime
does that
tonight
mean?
I'm
Is
getting
there-
my couch. It says it's out for delivery.
Oh, gosh.
7 p.m. beyond today.
That's why you can't trust big Amazon to deliver
Excuse
your
me.
couch.
USP. UPS. Which
USP.
one is it?
USPS? United States Postal Service?
No, UPS.
United
is
Postal
over
State Service. Got it.
That
Okay.
one.
Got
That one.
it. Can we get back to the news, please?
Yes.
That
I
was-
guess.
Before we
Yes.
jump into...
Mortal Kombat.
we'll skip all the Thor Love and Thunder news.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
No.
why- Okay, then we'll get back into it. Russell Crowe. We found
Yes.
out who he's playing.
Who's he playing?
He's not playing Beta Ray Bill.
Son of a bitch.
Is he playing Odin in a play?
He's not playing Odin in a play.
Who's he playing?
He's playing Zeus.
Okay.
Well,
I'm like, okay.
so probably, likely,
All right.
very likely a minute part.
Who knows?
Odin
we don't know the
adjacent?
plot of it. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so big part, but
But he's probably not going to be in much of it.
right.
Who knows? He's
he
a
does.
big part to do with thunder and lightning.
That's
So
what I hear.
who knows?
And love.
and they are going against Gore the God Killer, so he might die.
In the first 30 seconds.
You never know.
Hi, I'm Russell Crowe.
Hi, I'm Russell Crowe, fighting around the universe.
He's
From
Then he
South
just
Park.
gets
that's
stabbed
not
in the
it.
chest.
Oh.
It's from South Park. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special
Can't wait.
yes.
has been announced. It's actually pinned by James Long Elf Gunn, as he calls himself in the script. James, what are you doing?
He is such a
And this is
weirdo.
going
I love
to
it.
be MCU canon. Like, it's in the timeline. The Christmas special.
Oh,
They've even come out and said it takes place between the events of Thor: Love and Thunder and Guardians of the Galaxy 4.
I don't think there is anybody on this planet that realizes just how amazing that is for me.
No,
Aside from you, babe.
yeah, I do. She's a Christmas freak.
I also love me some Guardians of the Galaxy.
She does.
I'm-
Not as much as Thor, but
Well,
anyway.
I mean,
So,
yeah, he's right.
moving on from all that nonsense.
Thor might be in it. You never know.
Wyatt Russell, who Kurt Russell's son, who plays U.S. agent in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series,
I did not realize that.
Yep.
says he
Wow.
may not return to the MCU.
Malarkey.
You
It
guys,
kind of is malarkey.
Hogmosh.
but you know why? He received death threats for playing Captain America.
Really?
People in the fan world out there, you idiots.
Get a life, losers.
Why are you going after this man for? And it was because he was playing Captain America in a show in the role of the guy who actually does at one point take over for Captain America, and people were sending him death threats.
He's an actor for a living.
Seriously,
It's his job to
and,
act.
and you're meant to hate his character, not him.
Read a comic, you nerds.
Come on, man. Guys, get it together. Why are you sending this man messages?
Leave people alone.
Seriously. And another thing he said is he was disappointed in the U.S. agent uniform because
Why?
it looks just like the Captain America uniform, only with different colors.
That's what it is in the comics.
So this one's for you, Wyatt. Big fan of the show. We love you. Keep listening. But that's the point. That's the show. That's the costume from the
black with
comics.
the red and white stripes.
It's exactly. It looks identical to what's in the comics.
Yeah. I looked at it, I went, wow, that's cool.
I looked at that and said, he looks amazing. He looks great. And then he comes out publicly. He's like, it's the same thing, only black and red. Yeah, yes, it is.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Ryan, did you watch
No, I haven't seen
Falcon
it
and the
all.
Winter? Oh, my God.
Okay.
None of it?
Well, listen, you've got a whole series
2
to catch up
episodes.
on very soon.
You got 4 episodes to watch.
Exactly.
In the next week.
I got a whole 4 episodes to watch.
Boy. So
They're good.
there's no way, if you've been on social media, you haven't seen this yet. But Helmut Zemo is one of the major characters. Maybe you've seen him already.
They think
And
the
the
2
two.
they're going to get him, or they were just
Okay,
talking
so they're
about him.
alluding to it.
Yeah.
But he wears in the show the iconic Zemo mask.
Love it.
Yes. And they're saying that mask is like honoring his heritage of being Sokovian, and he wears that like he's a hero of Sokovia, and that's his superhero costume to him. The showrunner of the show said that.
Okay.
Make it canon, make it tie in. I understand.
Captain Sokovia, got
That's
it.
why he that's why he wears the mask. Whatever.
Because he does just randomly slide it on once in a while.
Yeah. I like it. I think it looks good.
I mean, I'm happy he's wearing a comic accurate costume, so
Yeah.
almost.
Here's
We
the
need
thing I'm going to
bigger
love.
collar.
Here's what I'm going to absolutely adore is when you have his mask and you have all these other people's masks where in the comics their eyes you still see, and then Deadpool shows up with the white eyes in the mask. I'm going to be like, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
And he has to comment on that. Why don't you do the cover eye thing like I do?
Well, also, animating those eyes are like the most expensive thing that they had to do in the entire movie.
I believe it.
So,
I believe it. But it looks good.
pony up, Disney.
So, staying on Captain America and the Winter Soldier,
Julia Lu-
like
oh.
how I said that, Captain America 4
Oh, yeah.
has been announced
Gorgeous.
in production and written and produced by the same folks that did Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm so in, and I can't wait to next week where we can talk about this
Yeah.
show.
When they originally announced this show, I'm like, oh, like they're going to do a really low stakes version of this. That
Yeah.
I wish they did something bigger with it. And then this happened, and I went, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah,
It was the perfect build-up.
I agree.
He gave me a softball and I didn't take it.
Well, go ahead, take it.
No. Him.
I don't know.
Oh.
What you got?
No, I was just going to hit you with a that's what she said. But
Oh, jeez.
I didn't hear it. I blacked out.
He hit me with it. That's what she said. So I'll
Oh,
give him a little
goodness.
bit of applause
Oh,
for that.
goodness. Okay, last bit of news before we get into Mortal Kombat. I know, and I'm actually cutting it short. Marvel exec said he is surprised how few Marvel movies have actually been announced. There's so many in production, so many things going on right now, and he's like, they really haven't announced anything.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Oh, my God.
That's exciting.
That's very
I'm
exciting.
into it. I'm
Can't
ready
wait,
to
man.
see everything else. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into Mortal Kombat, the HBO Max exclusive.
I saw it in theaters.
Did you?
I did.
Crap.
I
We
did.
did too on our 60-inch TV in our house.
clutches his pearls. Oh, my.
You know what? I was so against theaters, and I got talked into going, and it was wonderful because there was 4 other people in the entire audience.
Wow.
I'm like, this is the kind of movie experience I,
love
can
that.
get behind.
I love that. Yeah, so I've already committed when Black Widow is out, I will be in the theaters.
Let me know when.
I
do
think
it.
that's the only time
Alter
it's
ego
gonna be
party.
full, too.
Yeah, Alter Ego Party for sure. We are definitely doing that, and it's going to be a great, great time. So, Mortal Kombat.
You didn't say it right. It's Mortal Kombat.
You spelled combat wrong.
You spelled
No, oh yeah. And you spelled combat wrong. That was very funny. What do we think? What were our thoughts on Mortal Kombat? And are we getting spoilerific?
Oh, yeah, we
into
got
Mortal
to.
Kombat.
Do we not
got to.
ever?
Okay.
What's the scale?
We can
What-
split the difference. We can do a couple minutes without, a couple minutes with, or we can just go straight into it.
How about that? We'll do our non-spoiler review and comments.
Yeah.
Before we get into actual meat and details, and I will stop and say, "Here's your spoiler review. Here's
Okay, so
here's your
everybody
warning."
gets 30 seconds.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
or 15?
Where do we start?
I'm
Ryan.
wondering where everybody falls.
Starting with Ryan?
On a scale of 1 to 5.
Wait a minute. No. He and I debated last week. You two
Okay.
start.
Megan.
Okay.
Ladies last.
On a scale of are we doing 5 or 10? Okay,
Here,
let's do 10.
I got your timer going here. Hold on. We'll stop watch you at 15 seconds or 30 seconds?
Give me 20.
20. Wow.
Okay.
Oof, big order.
And tell me when it starts.
Get going.
Oh, it's already starting. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it like a 7.5. And I'll tell you why when we can. Okay, the acting wasn't so great. The graphics were a little crazy. Some of the superpowers were super dope, and there were certain characters that really held it for me. And I still have time to spare, so I'm just going to talk because that's what I do. And Mark, go.
Oh my God, are we starting over now?
Oh, yeah, we'll start over. All right.
I didn't
You got
get
20
that.
seconds. Go.
This was a big, large, glorious, poorly acted, wonderful, violent, fun experience for me.
Yes.
I only needed 10.
Oh, wow. All right. How much time do you want, Mr. Ryan?
Me, I don't need that much time. I was
I'll use the
hoodwinked.
rest of theirs.
Bamboozled.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he's
The
done.
wool was pulled over my eyes. I don't even know how I feel too much about this movie. Like, it just, I know how I feel, but I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of in between.
What are the Explorers feeling?
Yeah,
further?
we
A
are.
little bit of the extras because just one point that I want to make
I don't get to
before
go.
you get to start because there's some extra seconds. I'm
Sure.
gonna use them.
Everybody
Yeah,
else
shut
gets
up,
another 3 minutes, and
I
I'll
got to go first, so hold on.
So is this round 2?
You go first, and then I'll go.
Voice.
Oh, is it okay now that I go? I thought certain characters got wonderful, wonderful homages to their original subject matter. Some characters were absolutely crapped on. Some actors shined really, really bright, and some of them really, really sucked. There's a lot of amazing homages to the game, not only to the combat, but some of the things that were said, and my time's up.
All I wanted to say was Mark and I have had this discussion on the podcast several times about certain movies and how we feel about whether or not they hold like significant weight or not. And the telltale sign is whether or not you pick up your phone during the movie. And I was captivated for some stupid reason. I was captivated by this movie. And I remember being like, you know what, I'm going to check Facebook really fast. And I would be like eyes, like I had my phone up near the space or Facebook. I had the screen up by the TV and I was looking really fast. I was like, you know what, this isn't important. The movie's on. Okay.
Wow. All right. So that's...
I was captivated by this movie, and I don't really know
Did you
why.
watch the original Mortal Kombat, the 2 movies that came out?
No.
Oh, that's why.
I played a smidge of the
That
game.
is why.
I played a smidge of the game. when I was younger.
I think we all are in agreement on who shined the brightest in this movie.
Yeah.
Maybe
Kano.
not. Kano was fucking great.
And if
All
you're
right,
a Mortal
mate.
Kombat fan, you're like, Kano?
Yes.
But yes, the guy that played Kano kept me in it.
Do you know? Have you ever watched Superstore before?
No.
So there's an NBC sitcom named Superstore. It's kind of like a spoof on Walmart. He plays the pharmacist in that, and he was not in the last season, and I didn't know why. And then he came on screen, and my fiance nudged me. She goes, "That's the pharmacist," and I'm like, "Holy shit, that's the pharmacist!" And he killed it.
Yeah, he absolutely
It was
killed it.
Quip-a-mania.
So everybody else, or everything else of the notes that I took in regards to this movie.
Well, let's not get into spoilers
No,
yet.
I'm not. Had some sort of note next to them to remind me because I knew it was. We watched it obviously a week and change ago. Was it last Friday? Anyway, we watched it several days ago. So I had little notes next to him to make sure that I remembered things. He just says Kano. And there was something like what really triggered was his wah wah. One of the first things he says in regards to the symbol when someone doesn't have it, he
Yes.
just goes wah wah in the background, and I was like, oh my god, I love him so much.
Yeah, he did really well in characters that I don't know how everybody else feels. I expected to be massively impactful. Fell so flat.
They did.
It's so dead for me.
Yeah.
So-
I don't want to say anything because we're not in spoilers
That's
yet.
why I say we should just almost go spoiler.
You know what?
Real quick before we go into spoilers.
All right, yeah.
This movie was not a masterpiece.
No.
It was not well written. It was not even well acted. but it was entertaining, and it
Yes.
kept it falls in line with a Fast and Furious movie or a Mission Impossible movie. Their plot hole aplenty.
Yes.
Well,
But if you don't pay attention
yes
to it,
and
and if you
no.
just sit back, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Okay.
Have
That's
hold
my
on.
biggest point.
Have you seen Scorpion's Revenge?
What's Scorpion's Revenge?
It is
There
an
you go.
animated movie.
And that is kind of what this is actually based off of.
Is that the Netflix one?
Well, to me, that's what it runs really close to.
It's the closest subject matter for it
Yeah.
to be compared to.
I heard they were very similar, so I didn't watch them purposely. So, I mean, I've seen the first 2 Mortal Kombat live action movies, but not that. But I heard rumors that the storylines were pretty much on point, so I didn't want to watch it beforehand.
So, okay, everybody out there in alter ego land, all 8 of you,
all you alter E-dots.
this is your warning for spoiler territory. All right, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start talking about plot details, character details, things that happen. So if you want to turn away, now's your time. We love you. We will see you next time. For those of you who are sticking around, here we go.
Best fatalities.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Toasty.
So, whoopsie. So this movie, I have to agree with Ryan. It should have been called Scorpion's Revenge. It starts out with Scorpion, and it ends with Scorpion. If you were expecting Scorpion to be the heavy hitter in this movie that you thought he would be, you got fucking lied to.
He's on the poster. He's the biggest guy on the poster.
He's on the poster. They made it seem like it was going to be Scorpion from hell wreaking havoc on everybody, and I was so in for it.
Dude, that would have been incredible.
Like I said, bamboozle.
Yeah.
Ran them up.
Not to mention, the guy who plays Sub-Zero was a beast.
Yes.
He was amazing. I
They had to-
loved it.
What was the thing? They had to slow him down just like they did
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
That's a fact. When
I mean-
that guy, he's stars in The Raid as well. He's a phenomenal martial artist, very physically gifted.
I don't feel like this movie gave him a whole lot of homage.
That's what I was going to say. To me, compared to the other Mortal Kombats, the fight sequences in this were just blah.
really?
And I
Wow.
well, okay,
Yeah.
so I only want to agree with Ryan here, and not that I only want to agree with, but you get what I'm saying. In the beginning, when Sub-Zero and Scorpion are fighting, he's obviously slowed down, and you can tell. Like you really, if you know that he's being slowed down, you can tell that he's being slowed down. So if you don't know that, you probably wouldn't catch it. But I feel like it really is kind of like slow motion because you can tell that he is being. And it's just, it was really like subpar, kind of.
Well, I mean, just the fights in general. Like, they were very short.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
weren't, like, I don't know. Like, it didn't seem like the fights that we got in the first 2. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
There's no
I was
climax
expecting
to any of
more.
the fights. There's
Here's
a
my
start
thing.
and end, and it's almost immediate.
yeah.
Here's my thing. Apart from the 2 Scorpion and Sub-Zero fights, which that should be your best fight.
Yeah.
That should be your best fight. That should be the top tier stuff. And I think maybe a little bit with the emergence of Goro, that was pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
None of the fights seemed like there was anything at risk. They're just punching each other, and they're fine. There's no brutality that you come to expect with Mortal Kombat until the end of the fight.
Until you get cut in half with a
Yeah.
hat.
Right.
And it's so fast. It's
Yeah.
like, it really is so quick. So it's like there's nothing that draws you to there. In some of those circumstances, there's, characters you don't know versus bad or vice versa, and it's like there isn't a point of like climax in the fight to where you're like, yeah, you're just like, okay, that was gross, and the guy that won clearly is dope. Like there wasn't, you know what I mean? Like
There's
movie-
that other sequence where, the Shang Tsung shows up to fight the heroes of Earth, and I'm like, nobody's in any real danger here. Nobody is ever really in mortal danger. Except for when this chick who they introduce as this total badass that everybody's like, oh shit, she's on our team. She flies in 3 circles and get cuts in half by Kung Lao's hat.
Atari.
Who
Yeah.
the fuck cares?
Not gonna lie, that was the first moment that I was like, oh my god.
To me,
Yeah.
that was the only one that was kind of cool. I was like, all right,
was
they got
cool.
a flawless victory.
If
in
it
there.
wasn't
here's-
for the extreme
This
graphics,
movie, this was just violent death
Yes.
scenes. That's all.
Yep.
It was a string of those.
Right.
This movie is a victim of being the first in a franchise.
Yep.
and it's very okay.
Is it first in the franchise though?
Oh yeah, that's a 5-movie deal.
They're looking like it could be, depending on how this one continues to perform. But I want to keep on that scene real quick. First of all, and I'll also say this: Sonya Blade. Who decided to get Sonya Blade? That actress was just I don't know. She was awful. I couldn't deal with her. Yeah. I didn't buy her as a badass. I didn't buy her as a special forces soldier.
For 20
She's
years,
the one walking around in a trailer park wearing a tank top and fingerless gloves. That nothing about her exuded toughness to me. But the thing that pissed me off too was Jax had this amazing build-up that he was ready to kick ass. He was going to be this formidable fighter, and then he's in rehab trying to get his arms, and then he's walking around baby arms Jax.
T-Rex arms.
And then you have this pivotal moment where you're like, oh shit, Sonya Blade might have died right here. And Jax gets his arms back and lifts this boulder that's fallen on her. I'm expecting to see Sonya jam. And all we see is a little bit of dust on her, and she's like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, what? A boulder fell on this person?
It was a hand, and it just missed her because I watched it twice.
Okay.
So
oh my God.
It kind of falls here,
yeah,
underneath it. But yeah, the same thing I was expecting.
Not to mention, I didn't like that they had to earn their powers once they were in Mortal Kombat. I'm like, why can't they just be badasses?
Well, to me, I actually like that, the awakening of the Arcaning, whatever they call it, because in the video game, they just random people, and they got powers, and you're like, why? And it kind of explains
why.
As a kid, why is Liu Kang shooting fire out of his hands?
Yeah.
I want to shoot fire out of my hands.
Yeah.
How does that happen? I felt just like Kano. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He just shot a fireball.
Yeah. Yo, homie just hit me with a fireball. I don't
exactly
explain that to me.
Exactly, and I like the way they explain that, unlike they did in the other. Didn't do in the other Mortal Kombats.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and nitpick this movie to death because we can be here.
We
all
could
day.
do it. Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
The one main thing is in Mortal Kombat the movie, there was no Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Thank you. That was my biggest thing. Where the fuck is the tournament?
That was
bro?
another thing. They keep talking about this huge tournament that's going to happen. Oh, the tournament is coming. We've got to be prepared for the tournament. And all of a sudden, they treat it like it's backyard football, and they all huddle around Cole, and he goes, here's what we're going to do. I want you. I know who you're going to take. I'm like, you just fucking got here. I'm going to go fight whoever the fuck I want. Cole.
And you know what annoys me too? I don't like Cole.
Man top.
No.
I don't like the addition of Cole.
Me neither.
As soon as they said, we're going to introduce a new character, I'm like, fuck, here we go.
I understood why he was there, but I didn't care.
He should have just been Scorpion.
Not to mention they just showed him getting his ass whooped relentlessly. Yeah. At no point is he seen as a formidable fighter, but he's chosen for Mortal Kombat. It's like they're choosing the All-Star team for football, and they pick Radio to show up a Cuba Gooding Jr. with the All-Stars.
Because his great granddad was the coach.
Why is this happening? Yeah, exactly.
Because he has a birthmark.
Why didn't they just say, well, you're actually, but they do say it. You're here because your ancestor was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, like Raiden said, one of the baddest ninjas ever to walk the earth.
Yeah. So you have, I don't know. I wanted more Scorpion. I wanted that actor who they coaxed us in with, and you hardly saw him. And the guys who played Liu Kang and Kung Lao, I was just like, I don't buy that you're tough.
In all honesty, I loved Liu Kang.
See, the old one, he annoyed the hell out of me watching him. This little, nah, man. Nah.
See, and I don't care how small and petite and everything he looks like as a small woman.
He was so dainty and pretty.
And truly, though, that stuff doesn't matter to me. The fact that he, the whole, when he goes against Cabal and the freaking fire dragon, I was like, yes!
That was his big homage.
And I don't care
because
I loved it so much.
Actually, the trip sequence was incredible.
I love that.
You're cheating. You're cheating.
Yeah.
I'm also obsessed with
You're
fire,
doing the
so
same
that makes sense.
move.
You're doing the same move. I don't like it. And then he jumps over. He's like, yeah. And then he gets him again. I was like, that is.
I got flashbacks to middle school.
Classic Mortal Kombat, baby.
Oh, yeah. That is
the homages were spot on.
So,
they
were
the
good.
fatalities were great.
With the moment the moment at the end when I heard Scorpion say, "Get over here," I looked at him like,
Yeah.
He said the thing.
When he pulled his mask off and breathed fire down Sub-Zero's throat, I was like, "Fuck
And
yeah!"
his face
Yeah.
was like deteriorating
Yes.
away. That was cool.
yes.
But
it
the
was
one thing
incredible.
I'm curious about is when he goes, "You've released me to go do whatever the fuck you want,"
Take
because
care of
that'd
my
be great.
bloodline.
There's just an 800-year-old man just walking around.
He says, "Take care of my bloodline," and then he's gone. I'm like, wait a minute. If we're going forward and there's no Scorpion, there might not be a Jack. I'm not going to watch it.
No,
I'm
there
kidding.
is.
I mean, but
You'll have Cole. It's fine.
I
don't need
if
that
Sub-Zero's
creative
back, okay.
Nah, fuck that creative character ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't like
Don't
him at
need him.
all.
You get Sector.
Yeah, okay. So he got Black Panther's armor, huh? Where you hit him and he gets stronger, like that.
He's going to be on the cover of the next
I was like,
game.
man, and he got the corniest
He will.
power of all too.
Yeah.
You get your ass whooped, so we just gonna, kind of put you in a bubble, and
Yeah.
then you just release it.
Hey, Scorpion's cousin, you know what we really need you to do is we've got some tax paperwork we'd really like you to take a look at. This is important to the tournament. For you to be on Team Mortal Kombat, you got to look at these 1099s. I know there's a lot of them, huh? Finish him, am I right? Take that, buddy. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
It was
Overall,
stupid.
it was an entertaining movie. It's something to
good.
have on in the background, and somehow it's better than the other two.
See, to me, I like the first one way better. I will watch the fuck out of that first one, man.
I think seeing it in theaters made the difference for me. Just if I watched it at home, I think I would have kind of looked at my phone
I don't
and done
know. I
other
really
things.
didn't though. Like I really was struggling to like check out my phone or find something else to entertain me. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check my phone, and then not even 10 seconds later, I was like, nope, this is too important.
Because a ton of shit was happening, but at the same time, nothing meant anything.
But see, there's a very different fan base watching it because, like, I know Mortal Kombat. I didn't ever play Mortal Kombat, so I didn't know who Kano was. I didn't really know who
What?
Reptile was. Yeah. So, like, I know who Scorpion is. I know who Sub-Zero is. I've heard of Liu Kane.
These
So
are all
it's
the
like-
OGs.
Right, and I've heard
Johnny
of
Cage.
I've heard of a lot of these characters, but I didn't play it as much when I was a kid. So it's like somebody who knows these characters watching is kind of like, meh. But me, and I've said this before, as a comic book fan or a comic book character fan, that I see it differently than other people. So I was really drawn into it. So someone outside looking in, I really liked it.
I didn't mind.
And that's a very valuable perspective
That's
when
what
you
I'm
think
saying.
about future movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's money.
Yeah, truly.
Like for me, I watched it just to see if there was actually going to be a tournament. Like, bro, are we getting to it?
we'll
No,
get there. We'll
this,
get there.
This was Mortal Kombat Origins.
Yeah,
That's
all
what
it was, hey Raiden, can you Uber me over here with this guy, and
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
we win.
Yeah.
Raiden was a little bit of a softball.
Yeah, and I was gonna say they made him look like a straight bitch. He's
Yeah,
supposed to be able to
he
just
sure did.
How about this
take
Cole
Shang
guy?
Tsung.
I can't intervene.
What was that? Well, wasn't that his name? Cole?
Cole,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was.
Ugh, what garbage was that?
Sonya, please recast
Okay.
Sonya Blade, please.
Sonya
I actually
Blade's
didn't mind her too
powers?
much.
Okay. Hello. What?
What if the opening of the second movie just a large boulder falls on her again and she dies?
All I want to hear is that noise. I want to hear that boulder fall and that sickling.
You want to hear some dirtling?
Oh no, Sonya! Now we got to fight for Sonya, guys.
And I was very disappointed that Johnny Cage wasn't in it. I mean, come on,
That's
man.
your guy.
They had to.
No.
They had to hold out, man.
You were gonna tell
Actually,
us.
oh, my guy is actually Cabal. Whenever I played since 3, it's
Dude.
been-
Oh, all right.
Was he not my favorite villain? I was
was.
like, who's the guy with the 2 red eyes?
Who's the guy
I
with the
like
mask?
that guy.
Yeah.
Who's the coal miner?
He's
And
so
then-
crazy cool.
And then Kano turned bad. She's like, Kano's my favorite bad guy.
Cabal and Kano are the two
Okay,
that I always played
Kano
with.
was funny. Hold on. Kano was funny. Cabal was my favorite bad guy.
And I like the way they made him look.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude.
He
They
looked
did him
awesome.
justice. And I
his
think they
moveset,
bring.
too.
Honestly, Mortal Kombat can get away with bringing every single one of them back.
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat.
And nobody's you're right. Everybody's like, okay, it's Mortal Kombat.
We'll all watch
So-
them come
And I want to
back.
see an undead Kung Lao come back too
oh,
and
Yes.
fight.
crazy.
with his
fight Liu
sombrero.
Kang.
So I do have to say the costumes.
Isn't that what he called it?
I thought were awesome. Pretty
Yeah.
much all the way
100%.
throughout.
Yep, everybody's
Spot
was
on.
perfect. Especially to me, I thought Sub-Zero was perfect.
So it's costumes and fatalities that pushed me through everything,
Mm-hmm.
It did. And
So-
Kano. Costumes,
which is-
fatalities, and
Doing that.
Kano.
which is pretty much how I felt about the games too. Because I don't know, maybe I'm different than everybody else, but I really didn't give a shit about the storylines in the games. I just wanted to fight.
yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Like when they start doing time travel and twins and this and that and Mr.
Yeah.
X, I'm like, I just want to do a fighting game.
I just want to do an uppercut and make him fall off the bridge into the spikes. Can we do that,
That's
please?
all I want.
You mean you didn't like when they introduced Purple Rain to the game?
No.
I only have one more question.
What?
When is Street Fighter going to be?
It's already
It
been.
already
available.
has been. With
Shut up.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
With Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay, well, obviously it's garbage. When are they going to remake
Whoa,
it?
whoa,
Hey,
whoa.
hey, hey, whoa,
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 wait,
That is
ease
a
up a
staple
little
for
bit.
the childhood.
That's
man.
going to do it for Alter Ego Podcast
Oh,
today.
jeez, oh my.
Is that the second time Megan's
Jeez,
like, you know
Louis.
what? I'm just going to hang up the headphones. Okay, goodbye, guys.
When are
No.
they making Tekken?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. And
They
in that
have.
movie, they have to do the equivalent of the trip from Mortal Kombat, but
They
have
have.
whoever plays Law go, wada, 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 do that little spinny jump thing
Oh.
8 times in a row.
Son of a bitch.
I don't care if the actor gets exhausted.
Yeah.
Do it again. More flips.
Killer Instinct?
Do
I
a
don't know.
flip.
I'm trying to think of other fighting games. from that
Rampage
era.
has gotten his movie already.
Oh, yeah.
And there is a Tekken movie. You don't want to watch it.
Is it live action?
There is a Tekken
I
movie?
do believe so.
Oh,
No.
Very good.
yikes.
Oh, my. Well, we'll see you next week, I guess.
I guess so.
Jeez. I know something's coming.
My only fan handle is Chocolate Drop. $4.99 a month. Subscribe.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm out of breath.